The member for Richmond.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. And I rise today to talk about Feros Care's decision to close their Byron Bay village. Now, Deputy Speaker, this is a residential aged care facility, but it is so much more than that. This is home for the 36 residents who live there, and for many of them it's been their home for a considerable period of time. For some, it has only been their home for a short period of time, and it has been such a distressing period in which Feros Care announced the closure of this village. It was announced in such a sudden way, and it's caused a huge amount of distress. Distress for the elderly residents, many of whom, of course, are incredibly vulnerable given their age and medical conditions. It's also been very stressful for their families as well, and of course for the staff. An incredibly difficult time, and indeed for the broader community as well, because Feros Care is such an integral part of the Byron community, especially because George Feros himself for many years walked the streets to raise money to build this facility. And also so many locals donated huge amounts of money to actually see this facility running. And it has in fact been there for over 30 years and is dearly loved by the community, and that's why this sudden decision to close it without any notice to anyone, to the residents, their families, the staff, was obviously met with incredible distress. And I share that distress as well, because it is such a difficult time for everyone involved. And I have spoken directly for the Minister for Aged Care in relation to this, and she shares the concerns. And like me, her main concern is for the well-being of those residents at the moment. And I have in fact spoken to residents, and they are beside themselves because of the sequence of events and how fast this has been. And of course now they're all having to look for somewhere else to live. And as one of the residents said to me, moving at any age is difficult, but moving when you're in your 90s is incredibly hard, particularly on top of the events that have happened. I've made it very clear to everyone involved that I'm here for them every day, every step of the way, in terms of any support that I can give them and their families. I know that Feros is working with the residents to try and find a new home for them to live in. But as I say, it's a very distressing time for everyone involved. And I say to everyone at Feros again, I'm here for you. Please contact me or your families to provide any assistance that you may need in this incredibly difficult time for you primarily, and that is my main focus for all of the residents that are in Feros at the moment. And I also share the distress of the community as well in terms of the suddenness of this announcement. It has been such a difficult time for everyone, but our main focus is and should remain for those elderly residents and ensuring that they and their well-being is looked after.